Collective, welcome. I'm Nikki, your local vegan tarotist. All right, so I'm on a little bit of a time crunch. I forgot to upload the last video, but it's my birthday. Where are my bull gang babies? Anybody May 18th? We're gonna have a quick story time. So first story time, or first little backstory is 1 year ago today, I was contemplating going out. I was new in a town. I was like, oh, I don't know that many people. I was feeling a little low. I've been feeling a little bit low physically recently. And then I, took a weekend away and feel a lot better. So my allergies are going crazy. So yeah, maybe somebody is dealing with that. So solar plexus and, some throat chakra work. I mean, working on balancing all the chakras is going to be good, but I feel like solar plexus is your inspiration, and I was feeling kind of uninspired. I had just dealt with yet another Scorpio, because as a Taurus, if you're a Taurus or you have strong Taurus placements, or if you have strong Scorpio placements, you're always dealing with your polarity sign, it seems like. And I was like, you know what? My person is going to be my birthday twin, which I've kind of always fantasized about that since I was a little girl. And so I did a love spell, not on any one person. I just do them because that's black magic if you do it on somebody else, right? But I attuned my frequency to my person and to the universe, and calling in my person and saying, you know what? It wasn't a I want or I need. It was I'm going to meet my birthday twin today. And then I received a name. And for their privacy, I will not disclose the name, but if you know, you know. if you're in my circle, you know. And so I decided to go out, and I went all out. I wore my faux fur coat, like this ridiculous thing, got a dress, and I was just like, I'm going out. And it was this local pub, and so I went out. There was karaoke, and I had already met 2 other female birthday twins, and then a male birthday twin walked in. I did not know that he was my birthday twin at first. Introduced, he was the name that I received, and so it's like, I mean, we are not together in that way, but now he is in my life, and it just goes to show that feminines particularly, you have the power to, I've got the power, Bruce Almighty, Capricorn energy, January 17th, maybe. You have the power to call in the most specific manifestations, okay? Create a list, write it out, speak it out, call it in. You can call in the most specific thing. And I needed that as a representation of the thing I thought I wanted, to know that, okay, you can still call in the most specific thing to what you think you want. And you still, first of all, everybody has free will. So you can call in somebody, and that gives them the opportunity to rise to their divine masculine or divine feminine. And you guys can unify if that is what you're meant to do. But when we try to, cajole and manipulate specific terrestrial energy, that is a false magician. That's black magic. So you cannot interfere with anybody's free will, right? Robin Williams, the genie, Aladdin. I was getting Aladdin earlier because I bought a loaf of bread, and I was like, I don't know, I was feeling like that scene from Aladdin. So you and your person may be helping those in need of whatever their need is, but you might be working with a community to help others when you come into this love. That is hopefully everybody's intention with coming into their twin flame connection, their union in the 3D, is to give back that love, to use that love to co-create and to expand that creation and that creative energy out into the collective, and help others harness their power of creation. So Now, when you are calling it in, whatever it may be, whether it's, financial abundance, physical health, wealth, wellness, or it's love in your platonic tribe, in your family, your friends, right? The community, finding purpose, like attuning to your purpose. And of course, as you know, if you've been following me, you're a twin flame. For those of us on a twin flame journey, your unity with your person, your union with your person is all of those things encompassed, right? It will attract all of those things. So sometimes you attract the other things, and that's how you find your person. And sometimes you come into connection and union with your person, and then you create that, right? Because it's always from that place of agape love, unconditional, expansive love that's always expanding out. I'm like fingering through this here on this energy center, so I do want to pull from here and just see. Spiritual techniques. Affirmations for the throat chakra. Lo, I am come to do thy will, O God. I am life of God direction. Blaze thy light of truth in me. Focus here all God's perfection. From all discord set me free. Make and keep me anchored ever in the justice of thy plan. I am the presence of perfection, living the life of God in man. God represents agape love. So whatever nomenclature you give to it, don't be offended. If your ego is that fragile that you're offended by the term God, like, get over yourself. This is not going to be the place for you. I'm going to put it here just for a minute in case you want to screenshot this poem. Okay. All right. So, second story time. I went to a Catholic church ceremony with family, and it's like they have a kind of a regiment. They have a process, right? And you follow along in the different books depending on if it's the hymnal or whatever. And I don't know all the terms, but I've always been fascinated with all religions, all spiritual bases from every different culture that I've come into connection with. And so I can find the beauty in those things. I can go into a church and I'm not going to turn into a pillar of salt. It's okay. But there was a part where I was trying to follow along, and we were both trying to follow along, and we lost our place. And the word I was looking for, because it was the last word that not preacher, not pastor, priest was saying, preacher, pastor, priest, it's like the high priestess or the high priest. Like, this is a very spiritual connection. You guys are going to, I think, help others see that spirituality is all encompassing. It's relative. And so the word I was looking for was doubt. That was the last word I had clicked that they had said. And so I was looking for it on the page, like and it was interesting because I was looking for doubt. So I feel like somebody is trying to do their manifestations and they're looking for doubt. If you're looking for doubt, guess what you're going to find? If you're going, I want to meet my person, or I'm going to meet my person, but then you have a sneaky little, and that's that Capricorn energy of the devil, that sneaky little question mark going, but I probably won't meet them today, or no, say it. I'm going to meet my person today. My person is going to contact me today. Now, you may get, especially if it is your birthday, you may get a bunch of messages, and you're not going to go, you still want to use your discernment and not go, oh, every person who reaches out to me, because when you call in your person, you're also going to call in others, right? It's like in Insidious. She says, when you open the door to speak to the dead, they can all hear you. Where when you call out to the dead, they can all hear you. So it's like when you call out to one, they're all going to be like, coming to the light. Like mosquitoes come just like moths come. So moths could be very important. Moths, butterflies. I mean, moths are just nocturnal butterflies. I don't know if I've seen the movie. If I have, it's been a long time. But that movie, Nocturnal Animals, Amy Adams is in it. But I love, I mean, sunshine, solar plexus, the sun, Leo energy could be important here. 8 Lionsgate, maybe you're watching like a movie that's a Lionsgate production company. Maybe that is, but my favorite Amy Adams movie is Arrival. That's one of my favorites. And that is like a twin flame that is very twin flame mirrored. Palindromes could be important. Your name could be a palindrome. Or you're just maybe seeing things like that, having a lot of deja vu. A lot of signs and synchronicities are around you that are like reminding you that you're close, you're onto something. So do not let those little moments of doubt deter you or make you second guess that this has come together. And if you do call someone in, again, free will. Just because you call in a person and they come to you and it's everything you asked for or everything that you stated you were on the frequency of receiving, does not mean that that is technically, or that's like your obligate person, because free will, and you may go separate ways, but what you're doing is you're opening little doors of opportunity for your divine counterpart, your twin flame, energetically in the 5D to rise to the occasion. And they can do that. Every person that you interact with is an opportunity for them to rise to the occasion. It's an opportunity for you to do the work while you're apart in the 5D. All right, so there's all the channeled stuff. Let's get into the tarot because we are literally halfway through, 11:44. We've got 22 minutes. So we're going to do this reading. I'm getting the 5 of Wands is like lurking, and that is like doubt, conflict, confrontation. There may be a confrontation. You may work with this person. You may meet this person like at the most mundane place that you attend or go to all the time. I feel like it's going to be a very like meet cute, synchronistic, just like someone might even make the joke like come here often. Maybe you'll meet them in like a pub or someplace like that. It just feels like it's going to be sort of like maybe another day. But it will be marked as a very special day. Maybe the name Mark. The Chariot and the King of Wands. Yeah, strong fire energy from this masculine. Also Cancerian placements with the Chariot here. This is someone with his fists, both of the masculines here, their fists are balled up, like determined. That also reminds me of the name Arthur, the show Arthur. Is he an aardvark? Or is he he's not an armadillo. Is he an aardvark? But that meme where it shows his fist, like when people get aggravated and it just shows his fist, it's funny. And there's like yellow and blue stripes. Stripes can be important, nautical nonsense. Yellow, SpongeBob. I don't know who does the voice of SpongeBob, but maybe their zodiac sign. I'm surprised I don't know that offhand because I used to be obsessed with SpongeBob. Like, as in high school, I wore SpongeBob SquarePants pants. It's like I had a lot of pajama pants. I was that kid. I was a stoner and I wore pajama pants and hoodies, and if I went to school I was probably either sleeping or leaving early or don't do drugs, kids. We have the Page of Wands. I don't know why I had to look at that because I was going to say page, but then I thought knight. So there's Sagittarius energy. It is fast moving, inspiring. That is the inspiration. That is like very fast moving. Energy coming in, judgment. Again, you're going to attract a lot of energy. You're in a very attractive place. And so you're going to attract a lot of variety. And it's up to you to use your discernment from your lessons and go by what you feel. Use your judgment, use your discernment. 3 of Pentacles, you may be using, and this does look like a cathedral, maybe you're kind of using like everything from your spiritual tool bag, right? You're going on somebody could be divorced here, because I am getting eat, pray, love. And it's like you're going to have one marriage, or 2 marriages, one short, one long. And she's like, which one am I in? And he's like, can't tell. That's the universe. The universe is not going to tell you everything. You have to use your own judgment. And as a little speck, as a little piece of confetti from, I'm getting a piñata. Piñatas could be important here. Well, that is like a birthday celebration. You might meet this person at some sort of celebration. But it's like, you know, when you open up and there's a donkey, so someone could be very stubborn here. So it's like somebody has to break through, and there's like candy in there, and all the candy comes out. And it's like we're all little fun confetti pieces of the same universe. So we have little bits of that same power as little terrestrial capsules. Somebody could be taking some sort of like capsules. You're working on your health, maybe doing something. You could be doing a cleanse. I just bit my tongue a little bit. Somebody's holding back their words. Why? We've got the sun. Somebody is bringing clarity in, but why are they holding back? That fist could also be like holding back. The high priestess. They see this feminine as a mystery. There's something mysterious about this feminine. I'll probably do a part 2 to this because once the other video uploads and I can delete them both. So this will be part 1, just because I feel like justice, the Knight of Swords, but it's not coming out fully. This communication isn't coming out because there is something guarded about the feminine. Knight of Cups. So we've got a King of Wands coming in as a Knight of Cups. So they are coming in with that Cancerian, Pisces, Scorpio energy, which water is pretty... There's like a dam here. There's some sort of blockage with that 5 of Wands that was coming out. So there's that 6 of Pentacles. So this is what's coming up. There is like, I feel like you're pulling from all your resources. And that could be speaking to friends. Friends could be watching you. I'm getting this message where the masculine is like watching the feminine. And maybe they don't even realize that they're allowing their like adoration or their maybe near obsession, their fixation. You could have strong fixed placements. But there is like a fixation on the feminine, and everyone else around it can see and hear it. They're like, is this masculine going to get it? Because we all see it. Like, what are they doing? They're listening, and they're like, shh, shh. Do you see what they're doing? Do you see what my feminine's doing? And it's like, they don't even realize they're doing it. And these other people are over here like, you know, divine masculine and feminine energies. And these could be platonic friends. This could be parents. This could be, you know, their spiritual guides. But it's like, they're watching them like, what more information do you need? Because we kind of see everything. So are you going to take the leap or what? Yeah, Page of Swords. This masculine is watching, like they want to collaborate. They see everything that they've ever wanted to pursue whatever their passion is. Like they have an idea of what they've always wanted to do in life and how they wanted to give back to the community, how they wanted to work in the collective, but it's like they never have met a feminine that matches them, that's their match, that is somebody that could be in a strong feminine. They maybe dealt with just feminines who are takers, and so it's like if your energy is being leaked into low vibrational feminines, then that's not a divine feminine that's going to be able to empower and inspire and co-create with. See, there's like these beggars here. And so this masculine, there's like a reserve. This masculine has a reserve of energy. They've never really given their entire what they have to offer to any feminines, because I'm getting these feminines who are just like more like vampiric energy. And so that's why the masculine is guarded, because they want to be 100% certain. An emperor does not pursue anybody but the empress. And so they have to be sure that it's the empress, and they have to be sure that the feminine, that empress, is ready to receive them, which is true empress energy of receiving. So there's something about Pisces energy here. Cancer, Pisces. We've got some fire in the masculine here. And then we have Libra and Sagittarius. the Tower. That's a perfect place to end this first part, and then we will read the clarifiers. I'll probably pull out a couple other decks too. So we will do a part 2, but this is Scorpionic and Aries energy. It's like, am I going to come out of this one energy and release this other energy and let that fall to the ground and let it self-destruct so I can take a leap of faith into this new thing? Or am I going to go down with this? Down with this. There's a flag on the play. Somebody could be into boxing, fighting. They could be fighting emotions in themselves. I mean, Scorpionic energy and Aries energy can be quite challenging. So yeah, maybe somebody has strong Aries or Scorpio placements, but if you're in this energy, it's like it's challenging this feminine is challenging those aspects of the masculine. They're waiting for the masculine to take a leap of faith toward them so that they can follow. Because if you jump, I jump. I don't know what that's from. If you jump, I jump. If I'm a bird, you're a bird. If you're a bird, I'm a bird. It's like when you go, I go. When you move, I move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. So I'll leave it here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience, your well wishes, your donations, your like, share, subscription, all the support that you give to this space. Thank you very much. And thank you very much. Andy Kaufman, also January 17th. So, Man on the Moon. If you believe there's a man on the moon. All right, we'll leave it there. And until the next part 2, until the part 2, I wish you well.